there and welcome back to some more Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Today we're continuing our Let's Play and this is episode 2. In today's episode we're going to be taking a look at Ken Rosenberg's missions. But before we do that, of course, like in the GTA 3 Let's Play, this is being done out of order. So what I've done is gone around the city and collected all the collectibles that I needed to on this island, so on and so forth, all the hidden packages, hence why all these weapons are up here. A few of the side missions, which is why you see an adjustment to the amount of health I've got, and so on and so forth. You will see those episodes come after we break through Act 1. I'm doing this game in 5 acts, because that's how I think the game sort of is structured. That's how it made more sense to me to do. So this is Act 1. So essentially, once we get to the East Island, which is essentially where I'm going to split this act off, that is when you'll start to see sort of the stuff that I did before. But you'll see it after, because this is an out-of-order LP. Hope that makes sense to you. Anyways, like I said, in today's episode we are going to go over to our lawyer and see what he wants us to do as we start our journey into the gritty underworld of Vice City, if I can remember how to drive a car, which apparently I'm struggling with. Also, I don't know why this car has an alarm. I'd stolen a Sheenick thinking it wouldn't have the alarm. Also, this game's really stuttery today. Yeah, that's not your end, that's my end. For whatever reason, when you start these older GTA games up on PS4, they sort of start out quite kind of stuttery and a little bit weird. They do get a bit better as you continue playing, so don't worry too much about that. That's just a weird little kink of playing the PS4 versions, which of course we are doing because while the PC version is a lot easier and probably would look a lot nicer and so on and so forth, I like to do things the hard way. Anyways, let's go and speak to our lawyer and see how we can find our money and drugs back to where they belong, i.e. us.
Go get some sleep, he says. I have been sitting in this chair all night with the lights off, drinking coffee. This is a disaster. We are so screwed, man. These gorillas, listen to me, are gonna come down here and rip my head off. It's ridiculous. I did not go to law school for this. Okay, now what the hell are we gonna do?
Shut up, sit down, relax. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. You're gonna find out who took our cocaine. And then we're gonna kill them.
That's a good idea. That's a great idea. Let me think. Oh, there's this retired colonel, Colonel Juan Garcia Cortez. He's the one that helped me set up this deal well away from Vice City's established thugs, okay? Now listen, he's holding his party out in the bay on his expensive yacht, and all of Vice City's big players are gonna be there, okay? I have an invite. Of course I have an invite. But there's no way that I'm going out there, sticking my head out the door. No way,
I
not gonna
told you,
happen.
shut up. I'll go myself.
Oh, whoa. Hey, I like 1978 too, but you know, this isn't gonna be a beer and strippers do. I mean, no offense, but I think that you might turn heads on the runway for the wrong reasons.
What's wrong with the way I'm dressed?
Okay, look, here, stop by Raphael's. Tell him I sent you. He'll make you look respectable. Okay, go, come on.
Who does that guy think he is? Now I gotta dress like a chump as well as hang out with them? I like this shirt.
So, there we go. That basically explains what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to go to a party on a yacht to figure out if Cortez knows anything about why our deal went wrong. Before we do that, though, we need to look at one of Vice City's new features, the ability to actually change outfits. You don't have to wear the same clothes the entire way through the game. I very nearly crushed that cop. You can essentially get these little clothing pickups around the map. Various missions require you to change clothes. I'm probably not going to do it too much because there's no real point of doing it in normal gameplay, and this is your default outfit. Every time you get wasted or busted, you end up in this outfit anyway. But, you know, if the mission requires us to change, then we will change, and I'll probably leave it because I'm not too big on thinking. Anyways, we got ourselves a nice snazzy suit.
Nice bike.
That is a nice bike. Bikes, again, do feature to the game. I think I detailed that before. However, I'm not going to get the bike. I'm going to get the car because I feel slightly more comfy driving a car. Although we won't get to hear the guy scream, "No, my bike!" which I'm sure makes some of you sad. But, yeah, no, car is the easiest method of transport to me. I probably use a motorcycle a little bit here and there, but I find in Vice City they're very easy to fall off of. So while they are the quickest mode of transport, I'm not particularly the best at piloting them. So there you go. Anyways, we will get an upgrade to our car by the looks of it as we head into the marker, and let's see what this party is all about.
Buenas noches. I understand you are here on the behalf of Mr. Rosenberg. I hope any recent problems have not affected his health or mental well-being, Mr.
Versetti. He's just got a touch of agoraphobia.
Excellent, excellent. And you?
I just want my merchandise.
It's an unfortunate set of circumstances for all involved. Of course, I have initiated my own lines of inquiry, but such a delicate matter will take time. Perhaps we'll talk later. Meanwhile, let me introduce you to my daughter. Miss Davis! Cara mia, could you look after our guest while I attend to my necessary obligations?
Of course, Daddy.
Please, excuse me.
Mercedes?
You try living with it. Anyway, let me point out some of our more distinguished guests. That's our Congressman Alex Shrub with Rising Silicone Star, Candy Sykes.
And have you met my lovely wife, Laura? No? Well, unfortunately, she's in Alabama. This is Candy.
And over there, we have the Vice City Mamba's star titan, BJ. Always the charmer.
I blocked down on him, and then I put him in a wheelchair.
That is good. Well, now, I'm looking at some prime...
And that poolside amphibian is Jez Torrent, lead singer with Love Fist.
Can I tell you? Do you know how they play ping pong in Thailand? Let me tell you. It does not involve a paddle, if you know what I mean.
Impotent. And the chatty trio, that sleeping sweat gland is Papa's right-hand gimp, Gonzalez. And the other two are Pastor Richards and pseudo-intellectual film director Steve Scott.
Throws a passion with the Nympho invaders when the giant shark comes in and just bites their dicks off. Now, you never saw anything like that before.
Colonel, your party's as ever a triumph. I can only apologize.
Oh, de nada, amigo. How do we find you?
Our business is very trying. Barbarians at the gate. A time for rewarding one's friends and liquidating one's enemies, amigo.
Who's the loudmouth?
Ricardo Diaz. He's Mr. Cope.
Mercedes!
Oh, I was just taking my friend back into town. Another time, Ricardo.
Ricardo, let's go
Let's get out of here. Actually, take me to the pole position.
Drinks.
So there you go, that's pretty much introduced you to quite a lot of the main characters of this game. Quite a convenient way to do it, I find, but I guess it makes sense in the context of the game and the mission and so on and so forth. Anyways.
You're working for my father?
Maybe.
Do you mind me resting my hand in your lap?
Maybe.
So difficult having a rich and powerful father. Vamos.
Indeed. Anyways, I do quite like it how in GTA 3 you sort of have to wait for the good cars and so on. They stuck you on an industrial island. In this game they actually do it the other way around. They sort of stuck you on the Paradise style island first, and then the West Island, which is the later unlocked island, is actually the industrial one. Which is quite interesting how they've gone about doing that. Anyways, she's dropped off as the pole position club. $100 in your back pocket. Of course, that mission just sort of more there to introduce you to the characters of the game, less so than actually being a challenging mission. So, let's head back over there and see what Ken will want this time around. Also, a few of the outfits were delivered. The casual outfits now available in the safe house, and this sort of blue suit is available at Raphael's, which is where we got it from before. Right, on to Back Alley Brawl.
Ah, well, I hope you're having a good time, because I'm going out of my mind with worry here. What did you find out?
That there are more criminals in this town than in prison. We need a lead from the streets.
Okay, let me think. Ah, I got it. Okay, there's this limey, some music industry slimeball. Goes by the name of Kent Paul. Anyway, he's got his nose so far up most of Vice City's ass that if anybody knows the whereabouts of 20 keys of coke, it's this guy, all right? He's always at the Malibu.
I'll go pay him a visit.
Take it easy now.
Pretty simple stuff then. Just have to go up to the Malibu Club, and find Mr. Kent Pale. Good old British limey. But yeah, no, sort of these missions are pretty cool. They sort of introduce you to a lot of the main characters of the game, get you used to the game's features and so on, as most sort of first few missions in GTA are, and then as you get onto your later missions, you sort of have to put everything that you learned in these previous missions to the test, I guess. That's one way of thinking about it. Anyways, the Malibu, Vice City's hottest nightclub. Of course, this is where we're going to find ladies' man Kent Paul. Let's get into it.
Where'd you pop up from? I've been looking for a bird like you for ages, mate. You know why?
I'm looking for some English guy.
Kent Paul. Kent Paul, mate. Yeah, I'm the governor around here. I'll sort things out. You know what I mean? I'll treat you. Whatever you want, I'll get you, girl. Don't you worry about a thing, mate.
Get lost, honey.
Wait.
You Ken Paul? I'm a friend of Rosenberg's.
Rosenberg. Oh, that bonkers ambulance chaser. That guy could defend an innocent man all the way to death row. Get another drink, bruv.
Everybody's a comedian. Listen to me. I'm missing 20 keys and a lot of cash.
Drugs, mate? It's a mug's game.
What do you know about it?
Well, what I was coming to was, there's some chef come trumpet shifter who deals that kitchen of a hotel on Ocean Drive. He's been looking real pleased with himself lately. You could go and check him out.
I will. And I'll be seeing you around.
Yeah, that's right. Go and walk away, you mug. I knock you spark out. Give me a drink. And where's that slut?
Chef cum trumpet shifter. That is my favourite line probably in the game so far. Also, if that guy's really been looking for a girl like that his entire life, he probably should have just walked around on the streets of Vice City. I see a pedestrian model quite often. Anyways, let's go ahead and meet this chef down this back alley. Build up some speed because there is a way of doing this. No, never mind. I think you might have to bail out the car.
You better start talking. Hey, make me, you prick.
Make me, you prick. Okay. And that's how we'll make you. And now we've got a cell phone. Hooray.
Oh, way to go, tough guy. Beat him to a pulp. That should make him real chatty.
You want some too?
Hey, chill. I want what you want, brother.
Oh, yeah? And what's that?
Your green and my dead brother's white lady. Unfortunately, you just silenced our lead.
Accidents happen. Get lost.
Hey, whoa. No need to go all Lone Range on my ass. The way I see it, we two hombres in a strange town. We need to watch each other's back.
My back's just fine, brother.
You sure about that? Here, take this. Follow me.
I think that might have just given me the 9mm, which I didn't particularly want, because I prefer the Python. Yeah, it has. Alright, not to worry, because you can just go to the safe house and get it that way. But, yeah, I do prefer the Python. Python's probably my favourite gun in the game. It's essentially just a one-hit handgun, which is quite useful. Good job, Lance.
One thing you gotta realize about this town, you gotta pack some heat.
Local gun shops, a couple of blocks away. Alright, let's go to the local gun shop, which is only a couple of blocks away, or so I'm led to believe. Alright, I do actually want to grab something while I'm in here. Usually the sort of speed running method to this mission is to just go in the marker and walk out. You don't actually need to go inside the gun shop, but there is something I'm actually looking at getting because it will be useful for a mission in the future. There we go. Stand in the pink marker to view the weapons in offer. Again, you don't actually have to go ahead and stand in this marker, but I'm going to. I want the Mac. Right, there we go. It's not like we're hurting on money, really, is it? Yeah, no, that will come in useful. And now time to drive back to the hotel from the other way around. Okay, random infernus in a pole. I guess that happens occasionally. I hate it when my infernus just produces a pole. Also, apparently you can't get... Oh, never mind, you can get wanted level. It wasn't intentional.
I'm gonna go see what I can dig up. I'll be watching you, Tommy.
Alright, so we get $200 and we have gone ahead and met Lance, and we also got our Mac, which we are going to need for a mission or two coming up shortly. Alright, once again back to Ken's office for another mission. I think this is the third, yes. Oh, we got a phone call, but we'll answer that in a bit. That's another new feature of the game. Over the pager in GTA 3, we now actually have a phone which we have to go ahead and answer to take missions, which means you get spoken dialogue over the text-based dialogue that you got in GTA 3, which I guess makes more sense considering Vassetti can actually speak.
Hey, Leo, I think we got a buyer for Diaz's merchandise. Gotta give him a ring, man. Set up the deal, you know?
Where are you now?
You okay, Leo? You sound kinda different.
Just tell me where you are.
Who the hell is this? Put Leo on, man.
Leo's gone away for a while. He left me in charge.
Screw you, man.
Well, that went about as successful as any phone conversation could go. Right. We are going to need to make a pickup on this mission. Let's find out what we're doing.
Oh, for God's sake, it's you. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna need new pants. Hey, those psychos from up north, they've been on the horn, and they're coming down here soon. Now, where is the goddamn money?
Relax, relax. We're not at that part yet.
Oh, I thought that you were taking care of this. I really did. And now those Guidos say we gotta do them a favor.
You mean I gotta do him a favor?
Oh, of course that's what I mean. Do I look like I can intimidate a jury? I couldn't intimidate a child, and believe me, I've tried. Now look, it's either that or Forelli's cousin Giorgio gets 5 years for fraud. You gotta take these guys out.
I understand. Help the jury change their minds. Don't worry about it.
No! I tried that. The jury case didn't go so well. So make them change their minds.
All right, more crap to wipe up. What did I do wrong in a past life?
Dumb Florida moron.
Apparently he did a lot less than that guy did in the past life to get crushed by a Glendale. Anyways, intimidate the two jurors, but don't kill them. Well, that is something I can do. However, we are going to go against the mission script a little bit. The mission essentially wants you to go ahead and use that hammer to smash up their cars. Now, you can do that. It's not a bad idea, and I guess it gives you some practice with using a hammer. However, essentially, like with most missions in GTA, the whole point of it is supposed to be to damage the car, not to actually hit it with the certain object it gives you. So, we're going to take the shotgun to the cars, essentially, because that makes this a lot easier to accomplish. I guess you could also bash it with a car, you know, I think pretty much anything, as long as you don't, like, actually explode the cars. I don't know, maybe you could take an RPG to them, but I don't think there's any practical way to really have an RPG at this stage in the game, unless you use cheats, of course, which you can, because this is one of the games where cheats are kind of cool. A lot more cheats than GTA 3 as well. Right, you can smash cars up using the hammer, or I could just do this.
I can't believe this is happening. Giorgio sends his regards.
See what I mean? A lot easier. As soon as I found out that tactic, I actually got quite angry, because I remember as a kid having to hit those cars with a hammer for about... You do have to go at them for about 2-3 minutes or so on to get the desired amount of damage, so being able to just do that... I mean, hell, we could have used the chainsaw, which we got from some of the hidden packages, but even that takes a while as well, so... yeah, it's sort of these interesting little shortcuts that you find out years later, and you get your mind blown a little bit like that. So, yeah, you'll also see another one during the next mission as well. There's a little sort of shortcut way around dealing with that mission, which actually, when you figure out what it is, it makes that mission make so much more sense. Anyways, another Jura, another car. Don't worry about it being on fire.
Understand? Good.
Cool. There we go. Again, another mission which is rendered pretty simple. I wonder if you could use an RPG. I guess if you used an RPG and launched it near the car to the point where it didn't blow up, maybe that would work. Or maybe the cars are actually vulnerable to being blown up. I'm not 100% sure. Either way, that's the thing you could do. I guess... by that logic, maybe you could use destroy all... Nah, I don't know if you could use destroy all cars cheat actually to advance through that mission quickly. Oop, another cell phone call. Let's find out what it is.
Tommy, it's Sonny. How's the suntan?
I ain't got no suntan.
We ain't got my money either, so I'm one of them myself. What are you doing? So tell me, Tommy, what are you doing?
I'm looking for the money, Sonny. Don't worry.
I am worrying, Tommy. That's my style, because I seem to have this problem in my life with unreliable people. Don't be an unreliable person, Tommy, please. Do us both a favor. I'm looking forward to hearing from you.
Somehow Sonny has got our new number, which is our old number from Leo, bless him, but ignore that. Anyways, Riot.
Avery, goes without saying. Tommy, any progress? No. Tell me later. Tommy, this is Avery Carrington. I believe you met at the party?
Not in person.
Howdy.
Avery here has a proposition.
Haven't we got other things on our mind?
I'm trying to keep the wolves from the door. So could you please cut me some slack? I'm stretched like a wire, and even if I'm dead by the end of the week, I'd like to think that I didn't die poor.
Now just calm down, both of you. Son, you help me, and any greaseballs giving you a hard time, I'll see to it they take a long dirt nap.
Okay. What could I do for you?
This delivery company's got its depot on some prime land. They won't sell. They're hanging on like a big old prairie rat. So we gotta go in there and smoke that vermin out. Head on down there and stir up a hornet's nest. The security will have their hands full, and then you can sneak in and put them out of business.
And you could drop by Raphael's for a change of clothes. You might be there a while, but yeah, go for it.
Should be a riot.
If the balls drop like they should, stop by my office sometime.
Who are these pricks anyway? Lawyer pricks, rug-wearing pricks, surrounded by pricks.
Not gonna lie, I do really like the unlike the next few GTA games, this was the only one to really have the protagonists in a fort, sort of after a cutscene sometimes, and I really like that aspect of this game. You get sort of a little bit of an extra idea of what's going on inside Tommy's mind. Anyways, of course, you can go ahead and get the clothing and all the rest of it. We're not going to bother with that, I don't think, because there's not really much point. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to do a shortcut to this mission. We have the sniper rifle from the hidden packages, so we will go ahead and blow up these 3 trucks. Apparently that's not exploding. Start fighting with at least 4 workers. I mean, I could do that, or I could just do that. There we go. Anyways, and that is it for the lawyer missions, believe it or not. They are fully, well and truly over and done with. Yeah, pretty simple set of missions to introduce you to various bits of the game. We got an outfit at the Tooled Up Point Mall. Sure. And we got a cell phone call. I wonder who this is.
Hola, is this Mr. Versetti?
Yeah.
This is Cortez. You were at my party?
Yeah, I remember.
Mr. Versetti, it was a most unfortunate incident that happened with your business deal.
I know.
I want you to know me and my people are doing their utmost to get to the bottom of it. If you'd like to talk to me more privately, you can find me at the boat, huh? Okay? Good day, senor.
And now we know what we're doing next episode. So thank you all very much for watching this episode of the GTA Vice City Let's Play. Do hope you've enjoyed. Next time I'm going to be taking a look at Cortez's missions. So join us for that. Until then, farewell.
The sorrow that my heart holds in knowing just where my hopes and dreams are going. I'll only you got up in a wall that you are not part of. Eyes on the slit of your father with love.